already. What are you saying, sir, before I get to the mic? Be happy? Oh boy. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah, we're all happy, right? Birthday! Yeah. How about that traffic on the way down here?
No.
Oh my God, I realize I have a little bit of a road rage problem, I think. I'm pretty sure they can take everything they teach in driver's ed, throw it out, and concentrate on how to merge onto the goddamn highway. Like, have you ever merged in front of somebody when there's plenty of room and they still have to like zip up right to the back of your car and slam on their brakes just to show you that they had to use their brakes because of you? No, it's okay. But like if I'm going to take a right turn, I get in the right lane ahead of time. I don't take some suicide dive over 3 lanes at the last second. Ridiculous. Like, have you ever been on one freeway, trying to get on another freeway, and you're just sitting there for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, somebody cuts in front of you at the last second? I lose my shit. I just go into this intense fantasy where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to my job today. I'm just going to follow this person around all day, cutting them off repeatedly. In traffic, at the bank, the grocery store, it doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, they'll recognize me and say, hey, you've been in my way all day. Who are you? I'm the blue Subaru you cut off 9 hours ago. See how you like it. Or like the guy at the red light, who moves up 1 inch every 5 seconds. Stopping and starting, making you think the light keeps turning green and distracting you from texting like everybody else at the red light. It's the same asshole with the family cartoon car stickers. One for each idiot parent, idiot child, idiot pet, dead idiot pet. I guess just show me how many orphans I'm gonna make after I sideswipe their car at first into a fucking telephone pole. So I got a bit of an anger problem.
Woo! Ow!
Yeah, anger! Give it up for anger, everybody, right now. So I choose to blame my anger on my parents. Here's why. Every time I talk to them on the phone, I have to exercise so much patience, I have none left for the rest of the world. Like, my dad, bless his heart, is starting to forget doing things like having firewood delivered to my house as a present. Don't touch you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, nobody touch her, please. Anyways, so my dad is, he started to forget doing things like having firewood delivered to my house as a present. So when it arrived, I texted him something cryptic like, "The eagle has landed." His response to that was, "Does that mean you're high on something, son?" "No, Dad, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, the firewood was delivered." He goes, "Oh, so you need to borrow money?" At that point, I just try to talk to my mom, but that doesn't really help, because all she ever wants to talk about is how am I going to find a wife with those shoes that I wear? The car that I drive. Am I really going to find the one with that untrimmed neck hair? So at that point, I just try to get off the phone as quickly as possible with her, but she always has to say something disgusting. Like, "All right, Mom, love you, goodbye." And she's like, "Oh, okay, son, well, keep a wrinkle in it." It's disgusting. It means don't get an erection if you're not following that. It's my mother saying that. You shouldn't have to explain your jokes. It's not a sign of a good joke. But I talked about firewood as a present. And I don't know if you're thinking that might be a strange present, but if you knew my parents, it's actually a pretty awesome present compared to what they're used to giving me. Alright, like my 16th birthday, they got me, I was thinking, I might be getting a car or something, and I didn't get a car. But what I did get was a driver's ed handbook that I could study. And a meat thermometer. Yeah, it's a highfalutin meat thermometer, let me tell you. And yeah, like one Christmas they got me, I asked if I could do hockey. Like, yeah, that sounds great, Joe. And so they signed me up for some hockey lessons, but they wanted me to learn to figure skate first. So they signed me up for figure skating lessons, but they forgot to mention that it's not hockey, which is an important thing to know. So I kept showing up to these figure skating classes in my hockey outfit, all excited for a hockey game to break out. And it never did. And it's like, you know, what kind of kid doesn't figure that out though? But you know, like I did the entire class just waiting for the hockey. And like I kind of felt kind of strange too. It's like you know when you're playing fetch with a dog, and then all of a sudden you don't throw the stick and you just act like you do. I kind of felt like that out there, like skating around looking for the hockey. But and I also never figured it out. It's like I figured that I needed to learn how to do a triple axel before I could shoot a hockey puck. Ridiculous. Another time my parents got me and my brother smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right? And the message I kind of got from this was, well, kids, you know how much I've told you growing up that you're going to be burning in hell for all eternity. Well, I love you guys very much, and I don't want you to burn for now, because you will be later on. I don't actually blame my parents for my anger problems. It's a cop-out. I was adopted by two of the greatest people in the world. I didn't really deserve them, still don't. I was just like a weird, shitty little kid. I was growing up, I decided that I didn't want to poop anymore. I was tired of it. Sitting on the toilet seat, wiping my butt, washing my hands, the whole thing, just forget about it. And I actually thought that was an option, to just not poop. Until about 72 hours later, when I was in the fetal position with the family doctor's finger up my butt, I learned things the hard way. Another time I went to brush my teeth in the middle of the night, didn't turn the light on, and I was brushing my teeth with what I thought was toothpaste. Turned out to be Preparation H instead. So I brushed my teeth with the lights on now. Another strange thing I did, I had this obsession with my socks. Where if they weren't perfect at all times, I would start screaming, "My socks aren't obeying me!" Ridiculous. Another habit I was into was, I was really into wrestling pillows. I like to practice wrestling moves on pillows, that's right. And this one day I decided, for this big finale, I'm going to body slam this pillow 30 feet out of the tree. So I get 30 feet up the tree, branch breaks, I fall, I break my arm and get a 3rd-degree concussion. Yeah, now if you're my parents at this point, you got to be thinking, we paid full price. For a kid who wrestles pillows and trees and loses. He screams at his socks all day. He brushes his teeth with hemorrhoid cream. And every 6 months we have to take him to the hospital because he decided to stop pooping again. I told you we should have adopted a highway instead. But growing up in my parents' house, I had a secret drawer. Anybody else have a secret drawer?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about mine. It consisted of 3 items, being a bag of weed, a bottle of booze, and a VHS tape of some of the most disgusting porn you've ever seen in your life.
Seriously?
So me and my buddies would go out and have some of the booze. It tastes pretty strong, doesn't really do the trick. Smoke some of the weed, same thing. Then I get home and bust out the trusty VHS tape. It was in that moment I realized that my parents had found my secret drawer. Were replaced the weed with lawnmower clippings, replaced the booze with vinegar,
Oh my
and recorded over the VHS tape with a 12-hour NASA launch video. And they didn't even say a word to me. I had to have the balls to go up to them, look them in the eye, and let them know that I know that they know. The most embarrassing part was about a week later when they caught me jerking off to NASA launch. That's my time. You guys have been great.
Joe Luzzi, everybody.